Hello lovely people of the internet, welcome back to my channel. As you can tell by the title, today we are going to be doing the Which Celebrity Book Club Should You Join quiz on Bustle's website. So I came across this quiz a couple of days ago and I thought it would be a fun thing to do together if I took the quiz with you, except that I'm the one taking the quiz and you're just watching me take the quiz. But I will leave the link to the quiz in the description below if you'd also like to take it. So without further ado, I'm going to just start a screen recording on my phone and then we can get right into it. On the cover, on the top here, we have Emma Roberts, Oprah Winfrey, Reese Witherspoon, some person I don't know, and then Kaya Gerber, I think. So it says, which celebrity book club should you join? We're living in the golden age of reading, or at least it seems that way on social media. Posting books on Main is nearly as common as sharing water-adjacent thirst traps. Models, actors and musicians are all clamoring to be papped while holding books, and they've even been known to panic buy tomes to fill their shelves before filming home tours. Looking at you, Ashley Tisdale. Those who are genuinely interested in curating their own collections, on the other hand, have taken it to the next level, launching their own book clubs as extensions of their personal brand. This means that well-established clubs like Reese Witherspoon's and Emma Roberts now have to compete with an ever-growing list of upstart bookfluencers, whether it's Dua Lipa or Jeanette McCurdy, both of whom debuted their clubs this past month. With all these celebrity book clubs, it might be hard to discern which one is right for you. Which should you choose if you're the type to post a Notes app style list of your favorites at the end of each year? Or if you prefer a searing social critique to literary Sally Rooney-esque romance? Luckily, Bustle has you covered. Look no further than the quiz below to find the long-standing celebrity book club, sorry Dua and Jeanette, that best suits your taste. So read on to keep on reading. That was a great pun. Who is your book boyfriend? Jumping right in with a great question. Atticus Finch from To Kill a Mockingbird, Atlas Corrigan from It Ends With Us, Connell Waldron from Normal People, Nino Saratore from My Brilliant Friend, or Mr. Darcy from Pride and Prejudice. So I've only read 2 of these books, so it's definitely not Atlas, Connell, or Nino, because I haven't read those books, so I can't tell. I don't know if they would be my book boyfriend. And I also don't fancy Mr. Darcy, so I'm gonna have to go with Atticus Finch from To Kill a Mockingbird, because he's the only one on this list that I have read the book of and also like his character. So there we go. What emoji do you most frequently use? Crying, laughing, blowing kiss, clown, hands making a heart, or prayer hands? None of these, none of the above, to be honest. Let's go and see if any of them are even on my most recent frequently used. No, none of them are. I do not enjoy the crying laughing emoji. I think it is overused. So that one's off the list completely. Blowing kiss I do sometimes use. The clown face I very rarely use. Hands making a heart I also very rarely use because I would rather then send a heart. And the prayer hands I almost never use. So I'm gonna have to go with blowing kiss because that's the one I would most likely use. And then, who is your favorite reality TV villain? Olivia Atwood from Love Island, Catherine Dennis from Southern Charm, Jen Shah from Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, Jax Taylor from Vanderpump Rules, or Christine Quinn from Selling Sunset. So I've only seen one of these reality TV shows. I don't really enjoy reality TV, but I do enjoy real estate. So I watch Selling Sunset, so I'm gonna have to go with Christine Quinn from Selling Sunset. What's your least favorite literary genre? Supernatural, poetry, fantasy, romance, or science fiction? I love poetry, so it's definitely not that one. I also enjoy science fiction quite a lot. Romance, I'm impartial about. Fantasy, I'm also not the biggest fan of, but I have read quite a few fantasy books. And then supernatural, what would count as supernatural? Twilight would count as supernatural, which I read very long ago. Vampire Diaries would count as supernatural, I suppose. Does Percy Jackson count as supernatural, or is that fantasy? Technically it's mythology, but I would say that's more fantasy than supernatural. So I'm gonna say supernatural is my least favorite. Which is your dream dog? I don't like dogs. But anyway, Cocker Spaniel, French Bulldog, Chihuahua, Labrador, I would only adopt. I feel like the I would only adopt is kind of not a good answer to have, because you could adopt any of the dogs that they mention above. But I'm not a fan of any of these dogs. I would probably, of all of the ones, I would probably choose a Cocker Spaniel, but even then, it would not be my dream dog. So I'm gonna cop out on this one and say I would only adopt. And then, what's your favorite font? Dido or Didot, but I think it's Dido. Garamond, Arial, Helvetica, or Times New Roman. I'm a Garamond girl through and through. And then, what's your most used Instagram filter? I don't use Instagram filters. I very rarely use Instagram, so I'm gonna say no filter. And then, which piece of literary merch do you most want? The Joan Didion tote bag, the Sally Rooney bucket hat, the Paris Review baseball hat, the New Yorker tote bag. Just give me a first edition book. So I'm not a fan of the bucket hat trend that's happening. I don't enjoy bucket hats very much. I think they look good on some people, and most of those people are children. So I'm not. Sally Rooney's bucket hat is off this. I also haven't read any of her books, so. The Paris Review baseball hat, I don't know. The New Yorker tote bag is the only one I've actually seen an option of, or that I've seen, not even in real life, but that I've seen a lot on the internet, in all the adverts where they're like, just $12 and you get a free tote. I'm like, okay, you can't send me the New Yorker magazine because I don't live in the States. So I feel like out of all of these things, I would most want the Joan Didion tote bag, even though I haven't read any of her work, but I feel like she's a cool person. And if I have a Joan Didion tote bag, people would think I'm a cool person. So I'm going to go with the Joan Didion tote bag on that one. This is... this is actually hilarious because I have no idea who this lady is. Jenna, apparently, is her name. I don't even know what her surname is, but okay. It says, read with Jenna. You're not interested in any old beach read. When it comes time to spend a leisurely day channeling your inner coastal grandmother, you want a book that will absolutely wow you. Not wrong. And here's where Jenna's literary leaning yet thoroughly readable picks come in. Whether it's Evie Drake Starts Over by Linda Holmes or The Dutch House by Anne Patchett, these reads will keep you turning the pages no matter how beautiful the coastline looks from your lounge chair. I mean, she's not wrong. So apparently I'm reading with Jenna from now on. To be honest, if I actually had to choose any of these book clubs to join in real life, I would either choose Reese Witherspoon's. I have actually downloaded her app before. I just didn't read any of the books that they read because I didn't have the time or the money to afford the books. Or I would probably, I don't know if I would join Oprah's book club, to be honest. I feel like I'm not in my Oprah's book club phase of my life. So I would probably join Reese's book club or Bellatrist, which is Emma Roberts' book club, if I were to join any celebrity book club in real life. So this is actually hilarious that I got the one person who I don't know on this list. But there you have it. Apparently I'm reading with Jenna from now on. I think I might actually go and find this Read with Jenna book club and see what books they're reading, and then maybe read their book club book 1 month. I don't know. We'll see what they're reading, and if I can get my hands on a copy is the most important thing. But thank you so much for going down this avenue of interest with me. If you enjoyed it, you can give this video a thumbs up. If you want to see more bookish content from me in the future, you can subscribe to the channel. And as I said, I've left the link to the quiz in the description below, so you can take it if you want. Let me know if you do take it, if which book club you got, and if me and you are in the same pretend book club. because I don't know if I'm actually going to join this book club. But yes, thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day wherever you are, and I shall see you again next week with another video. Bye.